It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Atlanta Falcons. And it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
A dazzling facility located here in the heart of Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart on the call in this one. And Brock, got a couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
And I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of both of these offenses, right? I mean, there's just no confusion about it. They want to get their bell cow in that groove and get them going. Find that rhythm where they're ripping off chunk yardage run after run and then just keep on feeding that beast. In a game like this, whichever offense can get that rhythm and run game going first is likely going to be your winner.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, to get this one going. And away we go at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. To return, Jerome Ford. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder back in 2017, Deshaun Watson.
After winning the national title at Clemson and early success at Houston, there's no question that Deshaun's career has been slowed by some injuries and other challenges. But when he is on the field, at every level he's ever played, he's just got a calm. And that calm comes with the trusting of talent that he has in himself. He knows how to run, he knows how to throw, and when he's available, he's still a difference maker.
Quick to the air, here's Watson. And his first pass falls incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up second down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Back to the air, Watson. Moore's got it. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Watson. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Cleveland.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Sticking to the air with Watson. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
Offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Out of the gun, here's Watson. That's complete, David Njoku. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Falcons going nickel to defend this 3rd down play. Watson looking to throw. Judy there to grab it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Browns first down.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Here's Jerome Ford for the first time this game. And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. From the gun, Watson. That's incomplete left side. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Third and short, it's Watson. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up 4th and 3.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. So here are the Falcons out on offense for their first drive. And leading them out is a master at overcoming adversity before and after being drafted 8th overall in 2024. Out of your alma mater, Washington, it's Michael Penix Jr.
One of the big advantages of Michael Penix coming into the league is it wasn't storybook in college. In fact, he got beat up in Bloomington. Everybody remembers the end at Washington, the runner-up for the Heisman, the national title game, but he took a beating. Injuries derailed many of his years back at Indiana. And I think because of that background, because of all that gets built through that adversity, he's more than ready for everything that comes his way in the NFL.
Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 19-yard line.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Putting the tight end in motion. From the 19. Into the hands of Pitts. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Penix working from the gun. Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. And again, it's Penix. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this one does not go far.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Making the tackle, Shelby Harris.
You know, Kay, one of the reasons it's so hard to run the ball in the NFL is to move grown men off their spot against their will. You get a run play like that, you've done your job. You've moved them against their will, and you've set yourself up for some later success.
Penix on 3rd down. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
So with the Falcons set to punt on 4th, on comes Bradley Pinion. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. Second drive coming up for this Cleveland offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Watson. Got a man. It's Njoku. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. The 28-yard line.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 28. Connection made to Judy. And he reaches the 35 before going out. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
1st down, Browns.
They're set up at the 35 now. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. We'll pause now for an injured player, and it looks like he's worse for wear after handling that last carry. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 37. That one complete to Njoku. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Cleveland.
We've finished one quarter in what's still a scoreless game. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. We're ready now for the 2nd quarter. Browns in control of it. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Here's Watson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. David Njoku, the guy he was looking for. So that brings up 2nd down. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Here's Watson to the air. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
You've heard that very common term in draft vernacular called catching radius. Let me tell you, as a quarterback, you love tight ends on drag routes because that catching radius for such a big target, then you see him, you eye him, and there's a comfort level between QB and tight end to make that connection.
Here's Watson, 1st and 10. Still has some space inside the 35. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that gives the Browns a 1st. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. From the gun, it's Ford. And he's going to get this to the 29 before he stopped. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. From the 29. Makes the connection. Here's Jerome Ford. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Browns getting their first look inside the red zone. They've got 1st and 10 from the 20. Finding Judy. Jukes one defender. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Man in motion, headed right. Here's Chubb. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Watson to throw it. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
So the Browns are going to kick the field goal on 4th down. Dustin Hopkins on for the attempt. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Carlson's kick is good. And they're on the board.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Hopkins has it on the tee, and he's ready to send it flying. Here's Avery Williams on the return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Falcons taking the field for their 2nd drive. And coming off our first points of the ball game, they're going to take over now trailing 3-zip. They've got 1st down from the 31. From the shotgun, Penix finds him over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
You can't start a fire without a spark. Well, how about a lightning bolt? What a huge gain that totally changes the tone of the drive.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Penix here from the gun. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Penix now. He's on the move. Oh, he's keeping it again. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This throw is caught. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out.
Out of bounds, down at the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Penix to throw. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal. And he gets in, touchdown! The Falcons get some late points and the lead. Michael Penix Jr., the touchdown. They broke out the design run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
Young Hui Koo on for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons take a 4-point lead. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Browns going on offense here, very late in the half. And we're down inside a minute to play in the half, but that's enough time to get a drive together. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Watson. The Falcons getting close, and they take him down! The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Watson now off play action. To the sideline it goes. He makes the play. Pass caught. Both feet are down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes in the half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. We're all watching that sideline here, seeing where those feet came down.
And no matter what they rule here, Kate, that was an outstanding effort just to make the catch.
Yeah.
Now we got to look and see, did he get both feet in with possession?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the officials looked at it twice. The replay officials in New York agreed, and the call on the field's going to stand. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. To throw, here's Watson. Catch made left side by Judy. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Sticking to the air with Watson. Hauled in by Njoku, left side. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. From the gun, Watson. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
You know, that's an example right there where you just simply got to be on the same page with each other and get both ends of the play right to execute. They want that one back.
One last play before the break. A final throw before the break. Makes a desperate throw for the end zone. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. That's the end of 2 in Atlanta. The Falcons really spreading their wings. They're out in front so far. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our halftime report. In the first half, it was the lefty, Michael Penix, who had it working. He's got the lone touchdown of the game on a touchdown run. We'll see if he can get it going through the air as this one goes on.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Hopkins has it on the tee, and he's ready to send it flying. Here comes Williams on the return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Falcons offense now with the football first to begin quarter number 3. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
Penix on first down. Short pass brought in. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Hauled to the ground by Jordan Hicks.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Penix working from the gun. That's an incomplete pass. Couldn't find a home there.
I hate those situations, Kate, as a QB. I'm looking for an open passing lane, and I can't find one anywhere. He thought he had one available. Defense did a better job of knocking it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Here's Penix. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete. Couldn't find Kyle Pitts on that throw. So they're left facing a fourth down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Browns will go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Second half's going to start with a run by Chubb. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended receiver. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
3rd and short, it's Watson. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Browns.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Play action, it's Watson. He's throwing deep to the left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns grab the lead on their first series of the half. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while, but that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
On comes Dustin Hopkins to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns push their lead to 3.
Falcons 7.
Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. On the return, here's Ray McCloud. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. First and 10 now from the 30. Penix escapes the pocket, steps up, and he's running with it. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Another carry for Robinson. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Going to the ground again on first. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, you know exactly what term I think of in a spot like this. Sticking his face in the fan. Because there are a lot of bigger bodies for a corner to sort through right there in the middle of the field. But he still charged in, made that stop happen, and I promise you, his teammates notice.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory. It's a gain of 3 after the loss, but still 3rd and 8 to work with.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Penix now to throw. Stays in the pocket, isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
The Falcons getting ready for the punt. It'll be Bradley Pinion doing the honors. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. The Browns and quarterback Deshaun Watson gearing up for their next series. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Ford. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Second and 3 now. From the 27. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. That's good for 7 yards. And that gives the Browns a first.
And the Browns first down.
They give inside to Chubb. And this run is stopped after getting up past the 35. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. They're going play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. He can run it. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
What an excellent job there by the defense. Once he gets out on the move, to be able to corral and contain him and not give up any yards. So often a unit can't keep that contained, and a play like that will go for a big gain.
We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Browns ball, working to carry this lead through to the end. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Out of the gun, here's Watson. Got a man, it's Njoku. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Browns are lining up to punt. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Penix here from the gun. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on 1st down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And they don't allow a lane to form. Defense taking care of that play near the line. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down.
As a corner in this league, oh, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. But you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
As we're into the 4th quarter, we know this. We know that money down could not be any more important than right now. Both sides are certainly fatigued. You feel it in both their play. But battling through what's been a physical contest all game long, going to be the key here down the stretch.
On now comes their punter. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he gets it away from his end zone. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And they're going to take over possession. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Watson looking to throw. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. Second and 6 coming up here. Here's Chubb up the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. That's going to be a gain of 6, and they need only inches now here on 3rd down.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
On third down, they'll go with Chubb. And they bring him down around the 34. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Throwing is Watson. That one complete to Njoku. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's Chubb. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Watson to throw it. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Takes off right out of the read option. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. Offense set for a 1st and 10. They're running the option, short side. And he made a bid for it. It's a good gain that's stopped down at the 3. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. They go with Chubb here. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. So now here's 3rd and 5. Setting up to pass. Forced out to his right. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Browns make it a 9-point advantage. Deshaun Watson with the touchdown. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young or Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
On is Hopkins for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns make it a 10-point ball game.
Falcons 7.
Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. McLeod now returning it. And look look at this return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Now here come the Falcons on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They've got first down from the 31. To the air with Penix. He'll get this complete to Pitts. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
No timeouts and down 2 scores. They've got to find points quickly here. It's 1st and 10. Penix now. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back now, pressure on its way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
Throwing now. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. To throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You can just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. Browns just kneeling out the clock in this victory now.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Browns will take this win home with them. And it's not quite a full game shutout, Brock, but keeping that other side off the board in the 2nd half, that sure went a long way towards securing them this win. Made things a lot easier for everyone else to operate in the closing stages of the game. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a well-earned win for the Browns as we say goodbye from Atlanta.